The Water and Sewage Company Inc. WASCO is aware of persistent low pressures and inconsistent supply following the February 27th maintenance carried out on the raw water pipeline that supplies the north. On at least 3 occasions over the last 6 months, WASCO has conducted maintenance on this pipeline in an effort to remedy the situation, albeit temporarily. However, despite these repairs, the issue of service reliability continues to persist. We sought an explanation from the company's Chief Operations Officer as well as the Water Services Manager as to what has caused WASCO to be in this current situation.
Whenever we close down the system to do repairs on the raw water line, you find that our distribution network drains out. Our tanks, although we try to keep them filled, not all the time that is possible. So when we put back the system into operation, we have to first of all charge these lines. And because of the dynamics of water, you find that a lot of our systems run through gravity. So water would get to the lower elevations first, and it's only afterwards would be able to pump the water to the higher elevations. So persons living at the higher elevations at the extreme ends of our system, they are the last to get a supply. Apart from that, whenever we put back on the system, the pressures and flows gradually build up. So it's a process, a slow process, which we have to contend with.
So what, if anything, can be done to alleviate the lack of supply in the north? And how soon can customers expect to see an improvement?
What we try to do is, first of all, evaluate what areas have received the supply through gravity or through our normal operations. Then we then prioritize the affected areas and try to truck to them. It's a tedious process, especially with the fact that our traffic system is for the truck to maneuver through our highways and byways there. It's difficult, but that's the process that we try to implement. We also do some valving where we close off the water to some communities that have a regular supply and actually channel these waters to areas that are affected. For example, during this shutdown, we have been closing off the city even on evenings and channeling this water up north to try to reach the extremities of the system. I don't want to alarm the public, but it will get a little worse before it gets better.
Despite the challenges, the island's sole water company says it remains committed to alleviating the ongoing issues and to ensuring all consumers have access to a more dependable water supply.
Every time we go through a shutdown and repair those leaks, we actually increase the pressure on that line. Because every time we increase pressure on that line, the very small innocuous leaks that were not really showing will begin to show. So that's why when we did the 30 repairs last week, Thursday and Friday, within a week's time, we already had 13 more. And this, from what we see, is going to continue getting worse and worse until that repairs. So let's just say in the next 3 months, 4 months, maybe 2, depending on how severe those leaks are, we will go again to patch them up and to increase the flow, but within a short space of time, almost guaranteed, we are going to get leaks again. Because the line is just old, it's weak. We cannot make it stronger. We just have to manage it until we are able to install a new line.
WASCO says it will continue to use its limited financial resources to improve the overall water distribution system in all areas, but also encourage consumers to take personal responsibility by practicing conservation as far as possible.
Residents must also take a personal responsibility. You must have that personal responsibility. You cannot just indiscriminately use water and expect that to always have a supply. We are not in control of the climate. Okay, look, I just heard from yesterday we might have 10 days of sun. So that's no rain. So our river levels will reduce. So if our river levels reduce, our abstraction capacity reduces as well. And if that reduces, I mean, it's like a domino effect. So people have to be aware of this.